Hey everyone, it is the day 15 of 30 recap of my 30-day journey to health with Arbonne, and I appreciate you all tuning in today as always. So I'm super psyched. I'm gonna recap what I had, and then I have some like little gems to share with you. Just every video I try to share one little thing that you could choose to do to just add some health and wellness into your life. It's not anything crazy, it's not anything earth-shaking, because I believe that if we can make a series of small little changes that are very digestible over time, then they turn into really huge long-term sustainable results. So today I had my detox tea, of course, in the morning. Again, love starting off my day that way. I then did green shots with mom, and it's been so cool. My neighbor has been coming over in the morning and give her a green shot and a shake before work, and I so much love being able to do stuff like that and bringing just little bits of health and wellness into people's lives and helping to see themselves thrive for themselves, but also like to visibly see them thrive. It's like the best feeling in the entire world. I made a double chocolate shake, but I tried something new today. I found a recipe where it's the base double chocolate shake. So I used almond milk this time, unsweetened, 2 scoops of the Arbonne chocolate protein, half scoop of fiber boost. I put in a huge handful of spinach, and then 2 teaspoons of cocoa nibs, and then I did a teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa powder. Oh, so good. It just like amped up the chocolate a little bit, but I mean, it was like absolutely perfect. I really can't believe, and I'm like not just saying this, I truly cannot believe how awesome the Arbonne plant-based proteins are. I mean, truly, because they're not like gritty or grainy, like they are so flipping amazing. So anyways, had that. Then I had my nice little Fistax Skin Elixir Mind Health drink. And just to talk about the Fistax for a second, because I feel like I haven't shared much about these during this journey. So during the 30 days, we are not supposed to consume any type of soda. We can have green tea, which is totally fine, which is a source of caffeine, of course. We're not supposed to have coffee. And the reason why that is because soda and coffee create an acidic environment in our body. And when our body is acidic, that is like a breeding ground for really bad things to happen. It puts a lot of stress on our body. There's a lot of free radical stuff going on, and it just does a lot of internal stressful damage on our organs. Now, coffee, because I am a coffee lover so much. Coffee does actually have some benefits too. It has antioxidants and all that kind of good stuff, but on the 30 days, we're aiming to keep our body in an alkaline state, so that's why we can't have coffee. And a lot of times my clients, that's like the first thing that they're like, how am I supposed to be without coffee for this many days? And I'm like, girl or guy, I'm like, don't worry, we got this. And part of the way that we got it is with the Fistax. So these are little healthy energy boosts. You just mix them into 8 to 12 ounces of water. This is a pomegranate flavor. There's also a citrus, and there is also a green apple, a strawberry. That's a limited edition that you can get in a tin. And we actually just released a rosé champagne fizzy. So depending on when you're watching this, it may or may not still be available. Let me know, because I'm so excited. It's Arbonne's 40th anniversary, so lots of yummy stuff coming out for that. Anyways, I digress. So these are great because they have B6, B12, the caffeine, there's 55 milligrams, and it is sourced from green tea extract, as well as guarana, and there is also some taurine in here too. So what I have found, for me personally, is that these gives me a nice sustainable energy boost. So I love to have one in the morning time. I usually have one around 2 o'clock. And if I'm trying to stay up late for whatever reason, to like record these videos or do something, I might have a Fistax around 6 o'clock at night. So they're definitely amazing. And to me, I am able to get very focused and I don't get jittery. Something that happened to me after my first 30-day journey, like a year ago, not having coffee for that amount of time, when I reintroduced it back, I realized how sensitive I became to it and how coffee was also a source of, and this really stinks, but it was a source of anxiety for me. So when I would drink coffee, I would become like, everything suddenly would become super urgent in an emergency. I would try to do too many things at once. My stomach would hurt. So I find now, I drink decaf coffee from some of my favorite local roaster, Holler to Little Terza. And I don't seem to have that issue. So I don't know what it is exactly. And I've been kind of dabbling around with different sources of beans too to see if that changes anything. But anyways, back to the Fistax. They're amazing, life-changing. So I had my Fizz Skin Elixir Mind Health Mix there. For lunch, I had some delicious shredded chicken tacos with corn tortillas, and then I threw on some guacamole and some salsa, and it was absolutely wonderful. I went out to lunch with a friend to a Mexican restaurant, and guys, there's always something for you to eat at a restaurant. You can find it. That is 30-day friendly, clean friendly, all of that stuff. Came home, had some green apple for a snack, threw in another fizz there. And then for dinner, I met up with a friend for dinner at a really incredible restaurant. And I'll tell you, there is definitely a style of restaurant that is super 30-day friendly, super clean friendly, and those are sushi and Japanese restaurants. So went to an incredible restaurant here locally. It's called Aroma. It's at the Kenwood Mall. And I had some great veggie sushi. There was seaweed involved. There was like pickled beets and cucumber and avocado. Like there was just a lot of stuff on top and packed in, and it was so good. And then also had some chicken lettuce wraps as well, which were lovely. And then capped off the evening with a nice biohydria tea, and that was about it. So what I want to get across in these day-to-day, just kind of sharing what I'm eating and stuff, is to show like how flexible the 30 days is, and this is not about starvation. And you guys know how I feel about that if you watched my video from a couple days ago. So let's talk about this little snippet, because health, and I believe I might have said this in another video, being healthy is not just about what you are consuming, and it's not just about how you're moving your body. It is about being well, mind, body, soul, being fulfilled, mind, body, soul. It's all very important, all very interlinked. So I'm very passionate about encouraging my clients and myself and challenging myself to look at the big picture and not just focus on one thing. Because in order to be able to fulfill our purpose that we were put on this planet for, we have to be at that level, mind, body, soul, rocking it out. So I finished Un-F Yourself last night. And I know I've drawn from this for the last few videos, but I just have to keep on sharing stuff because it's so good. So I'm just gonna read this like small little section here because I just think it's powerful. So the title is Expecting Nothing and Accepting Everything. None of this means you can't plan or that I'm telling you to walk through life aimlessly without direction or goals. But when you make a plan, what do you have to gain from it being welded to the expectations inherent in it? Nothing. When you are free from its expectation, you are in a dance with life where you can simply execute the plan and deal with what happens. If it succeeds, you can celebrate. If it fails, you can recalibrate. Don't expect victory or defeat. Plan for victory, learn from defeat. And I want to say that again for those in the back row. Don't expect victory or defeat. Plan for victory, learn from defeat. The reason why I want to share that little nugget is because oftentimes, and I don't know if you guys can relate to this at all, oftentimes when we want to make a big change in our life, right? Or we have a big goal that we want to get to. It's like, okay, I want to get healthier. We'll use that as the example, right? We go into it setting ourselves up for failure. Right? We're like, all right, I'm gonna go to the gym 6 days a week for 2 hours a day, and this is how it's gonna be, and then I'm only going to eat vegetables for like the next week, and I'm not gonna eat any meat, and I'm not gonna eat any this, that, or the other thing. And something that I found, because I've encountered this with myself as well as with my clients, is that let's strip back for a second. Let's take a realistic look at our life, and let's see what we can actually make work consistently in the beginning to set ourselves up for success and get those easy, nice, good feeling wins in the beginning that set us up for long-term sustainable success. Because the thing is, it's not realistic for a lot of people to go hardcore at the gym 6 days a week from the get-go, like overnight. Like I'm saying, like not exercising at all to going 6 days a week, right? And what happens is if we miss one of those days, or we want to make a sweeping dietary change and we're just like, I'm gonna go from like eating all fast foods, all that kind of stuff, cold turkey, switch to this is what I'm doing. which some people can do, and like bless up for that, I can't. But when we set ourselves up with these crazy high expectations and then we fail that first week, we get stuck in that failure loop of, I failed, I suck, I ate cheese and I ate this and I didn't go to the gym tonight. And one of two things will happen. Either we'll continue down that unhealthy train, right? Because we're like, well, we already messed up, so we might as well just go whole hog and blah, blah, blah. Or we just sit and we're like, oh, I feel horrible. And that mentality is a waste of time. So we have to care and we have to be diligent about setting ourselves up for success in the beginning. And that's why I'm so passionate about finding little ways and little tools to help people ease in to a really big change. Because the thing is, guys, healthy living and wellness takes time. It takes time, it takes consistency, it takes intention. It is not an overnight change, and that's okay because we have time. We have time. So with all of my little tips and tricks, and again, I love if anybody is doing all of these, like holler, let me know, because it's awesome. But at least pick one of these things, guys, to work on, okay? So we've covered drinking more water, right? So aim to drink half your body weight in water. Leave 12 hours between your last meal and first meal of the day. Move more, park a little bit further away, take the steps. Stay in touch with your feelings. Be in touch with your feelings around when you're eating, how you're eating. Know, and this ties into what I was saying today, know if you mess up, like keep on moving. Just make a better decision next time. As the book says, don't expect victory or defeat, plan for victory and learn from defeat. No big deal, right? We learn from it. Look at your poop, 4 to 8 inches. I feel like this is the one thing everybody's gonna take away, right? 4 to 8 inches, peanut butter consistency, sinkers, that's what you're looking for. Sub out a drink, an unhealthier drink that you're drinking, say a soda, for a healthier drink, maybe a glass of water instead. Don't starve yourself, nourish yourself. Starving yourself, not taking in enough calories, not taking in the right foods does nothing but bad things for your body internally. Change your actions to change your life, right? Our thoughts do not define us, right? Our actions are what define us. And then of course today, be realistic. Set yourself up for success in the beginning. And the thing is don't expect victory or defeat. Plan, act for victory, right? And if you fall short, learn from it and know that we have to keep moving. So I know this is a little bit of a longer video. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see y'all back for day 16, which will be over halfway through the 30 days. I can't believe it already. All right, guys, take care. Cheers.